They're soft. And they're raw roots. But I think I could save them. Just by chopping those off. Gonna make hash brown, homemade hash browns from these gold potatoes. We need to peel them. Ooh. These potatoes are not easy to peel, and I think it has something to do with their age. It could possibly have something to do with the kind of potato they are. They've been in there a while, as you can see by the roots that I knocked off. But this is not fun, peeling a potato, but I'm getting the hang of it now. I think the part that I don't like about potato peeling is the nicking of my fingers. So go slow, learn from my mistake, and you won't nick your fingers. I guess that's simple advice. Advice everybody could use. Go slow. In order to make hash browns, you must first peel the potatoes, as I've done. Then you need to get yourself a grater. I have a box grater with 4 different types of grating sides. I'm going to use this thicker, wider grater side, and I'm going to, they're slippery little buggers. And one of the most important things about grating potatoes is putting them in ice water afterwards. It keeps them from going brown. It also rinses the starch off of the potatoes, which you don't want a lot of starch. Now that I've got these shredded potatoes in this ice water, I think the trick is getting them out of the ice water. Okay, so I poured them through this strainer, making it easy for me to grab all the ice cubes. Strained, rinsed, shredded, prepped, but we're not done. Now I have to dry them off. You don't want wet potatoes. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze as much liquid as I can out. And that'll be a majority of the liquid. And then I'm gonna drop them on this towel here and do the rest of the drying process. See all that liquid that's in there? That's how much liquid I squeezed out. And then I'm just gonna fold this over and squeeze the rest of it out and let it absorb into this towel. When you open it up, you can see how much drier, flaky, and they fall apart real nicely. The hard part is getting it off the towel. I can figure it out. I'm gonna put these back in a bowl and I'll lay these aside. I'm gonna cut up some finely diced red pepper and some finely diced onion to put in my potato hash browns. And I'm just gonna drop these right into my potato mixture and set it aside. Now, a red pepper on the other hand, I don't know of any little tricks for that. So basically, you just gotta slice it and dice it into small little pieces. I'll slice it down the side, all around. And then the root comes out with all the seeds, all the stuff you don't want. Throw that aside. And then there's this membrane. I just kind of pull that off, knock the seeds out, and boom, nice clean piece of pepper, red pepper. Another little thing, piece of advice, is when sliding your chopped vegetables to the side, a lot of people will scrape blade side and move their veggies to the side before I'm starting on the next one they're gonna cut. I flip over my knife using the backbone to slide them over. That way I don't dull my blade. Just something I've always done. It just keeps your blade sharper longer. Okay, honestly, I think this is enough pepper. The only thing left to do now is to bring this out to the hot griddle, get it down, and cook it up. So the trick to hash browns is to get them down the hot griddle and don't mess with them too much. You want to let them sit there and crust up on the bottom. You want a really good crispy crust on the bottom side of the potatoes before you flip them over to get the other side nice and crispy. You definitely want to salt and pepper it. Alright, so here you go. Hash browns, sunny side up egg, and a sausage patty we kind of thought of last minute. We threw on the griddle, and this is breakfast. But do you see how crispy these hash browns came out? I mean, those are the star of the show. And then, of course, the money shot. All that yolk. Now, we're ready to eat. Put a little bit of that in there. Grab a little bit of this. I'm telling you, doesn't get any better than this. Those onion peppers. This is good. Anyway, this is Buck's Kitchen. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next cook.